tidying up a little bit just to help her mom out. And then I don't know if you noticed, but there's a little box in the corner here. She might just accidentally open it. And there's actually a note in the box and it says, "To Andy." We are here with Blossom for episode 26 of our Crybaby Whims series. She's sitting here with Mabel. They are watching a movie together because it's actually Harvest Fest today. So I thought it was a little weird that Harvest Fest was on a Friday, but it was. So they're not actually going to school. Willow is preparing breakfast for the family over here. And the girls are just relaxing, watching a movie at 7 a.m., which is fine. And I think Ashton's practicing a bit of piano. So last time, we did focus a little bit more on Mabel. We wanted to play with her a little bit and help her find true love because, as we know, Mabel, I think, has felt a little bit left out from the family. Oh, look, Timothy is texting. Just wanted to let you know we're moving. Call me whenever you want to hang out. Oh, apparently Timothy is moving too. I wasn't expecting to see that. I wonder where he's off to move to. Last time we did focus a little bit on Mabel, and Mabel actually did get a girlfriend who she asked to prom, and prom will take place tomorrow. So Miley is now they are officially girlfriends. They're also prom dates. They have amazing compatibility. We're having a lot of trouble with Mabel finding somebody that she liked. I think we kind of wrapped up the storyline for Mabel. So now we can focus a little bit more on Blossom, who is, of course, our Gen 2 heir. So I'm going to make sure that our Sims, they do appease the gnomes. Now, this guy, I think he's probably coffee or maybe salad. Let's try coffee and see if that works. Okay, good. It is coffee. So as we know, Willow is now in the political career, and keeping up appearances is obviously very important for a politician. And often they will go to all kinds of events. When I worked in nonprofit, we always had politicians that would show up to our events. So I think maybe, even though it's a day off, Mabel would see this as a good opportunity to do some work in the community and to show her community that she still really cares and she wants to do things better. And I'll bet you like Ashton would go with her. Mabel might not, but Ashton, Ashton's a little angel. So I think he would go with her for sure. So let's send them off to go do a little bit of volunteering. They will do a beach cleanup. I feel like a beach cleanup would get a little bit of media attention, and that's something that Willow would not be opposed to. And we did hire a maid as well. I don't know if we did that in the episode, but I did hire them a maid. Oh, I forgot to show you. I did change the rooms around a little bit. So you'll notice that what was once Blossom's room, this was the smallest room in the house. It's now a guest room. It's just like a plain, very plain looking guest room. I actually used a few different items from the twins' rooms in here. You'll recognize the magazines that were in Courtney's room. This was also in Courtney's room with the giraffe, which I love. And so there's a little orange tree and a little mirror. But yeah, we turned that into a guest room. And then Blossom actually moved into Mabel's room. The reason why Blossom is in Mabel's room is because I feel like she would like having access to her plants really easily. So I think her and Mabel might have discussed what they want to do with the rooms. And maybe Mabel would have agreed to give Blossom her bedroom. A lot of the stuff in here is from her old room. And then this, I think, was also from Courtney's room. So Blossom just kind of went ahead and stole it. Here are a few photos of her with Rain and her with Timothy. A drawing that she brought home from school one time. And she's got a few other of her toys, just holding on to them. And this is her desk. I don't know. I can't remember where that mirror is from. That might be from her room. And then for Mabel actually took this bedroom. So you'll see the walls have been painted. They're the same blue that her bedroom downstairs was. She's got her yoga mat still here. She got a tinier desk because her desk, it didn't actually fit very well in the room. She's got her mirror. And I actually gave her Courtney's bed, but I redid the bed covers. So maybe she painted the bed frame and she changed up the bed coverings a little bit. This was her shelf in her room, but I recolored it to match the bed a little better. But a lot of her posters and stuff like that are the same. And I guess I didn't give her curtains. But anyways, yeah. So the girls have switched bedrooms and I'm pretty sure this bed is already assigned. Yeah. And then make sure that Blossom's bed is already assigned. Let's have Blossom come over and check her scout badges. Let's view her bad progress and see how she's doing. Mabel doesn't really have to focus on anything. She's actually not going to be going back to high school again. She already had her final day. She will graduate as a C student which is fine. For Blossom, we're trying to get her grades up a little bit. It looks like she already got her scholarly aptitude badge. She's making progress in sociability. That one will be easy enough for us to get. There is science, perform scientific activities like computer programming using the microscope and telescope. There's outdoor adventurer, perform outdoorsy activities like catching fish, finding frogs, or grilling outdoors. To earn this badge, perform dance or exercise activities. Good deeds, to earn this badge, entertain a toddler, make someone laugh, take out the trash, or help someone with their homework. We can do crafts with this one. We have give back. So for this one, donate items to charity on the mailbox or community, or perform friendly social to give gifts. Okay, well, we can give people gifts. And then for this one, we have to do cleaning or repair action. I think that Blossom, to try and help herself earn her scout badges, they do have a maid, but she might sort of go around and want to give a little bit of a tidy up in her mom's bathroom. We're going to have her go here. Let's see if there's anything that we can do. Now I believe we have a handheld vacuum somewhere in the house, but I think I've lost it. So I'm going to give Blossom the vacuum cleaner, and hopefully that will count towards her badge. I'm going to get a little yellow vacuum. Yeah, let's vacuum a little bit. All right, so Blossom is tidying up a little bit just to help her mom out, also to help her earn her scout badges. She's trying to do some good deeds. On top of vacuuming, she'd probably dust the house a little bit. I know there's no dusting option exactly unless you're a neat sim, like you can go a little bit extra with your cleaning. But I just want to imagine with Blossom that she would kind of dust the house a little bit, like dust her mom's room, really make sure it was nice and clean. She would maybe polish her mom's desk. And then I don't know if you noticed, but there's a little box in the corner here. And this box is a memento box. And I think she would maybe be dusting it. And in dusting it, she might just accidentally open it. And there's actually a note in the box and it says, to Andy. We are going to read this note together. It says, to Andy. Now, at this point, Andy and his family, they've moved far away. Blossom definitely knows of them, but I don't think she's ever met Andy. And I don't even know if she's met her aunt or her cousins. So the older kids all know them, but Blossom doesn't. Andy, I know you told me never to get in touch. I'm not sure if I will ever send this letter, but I need you to know that it was always you. You were always the one for me. That day when you kissed my sister, it absolutely destroyed me, but I never stopped loving you. Every day, Blossom reminds me more and more of you, not just in how she looks, but also in how she wrinkles her nose when she's thinking, or how she scratches her cheek when she's focusing really hard on something. You've abandoned me twice. I shouldn't still care about you, but I do, and I want you to know just how much this hurts. So that is quite something for Blossom to discover. Can she take the note? Yeah, she can. I think for a little while now, Blossom has realized that she's got, dark hair and dark eyes, and both of her parents kind of have reddish hair and light eyes. She kind of thought it was a little weird, but she's never thought to question it too much. This note that Blossom has found in her mom's room has confirmed that Timothy is not, in fact, her biological father. Now, I don't know exactly what I would do if I was in this situation. It would be a lot to process. So I think for the moment, Blossom's just going to take the note. She's hoping that her mom won't notice that the note is missing. But I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to go into Blossom's room and we are going to put the note in there. We have been sitting on this secret. Willow has been sitting on this secret. She has finally learned the truth. Willow is home. She doesn't know anything is wrong. She's going to make a ham dinner. And then I think she would invite the twins over to have dinner too. And maybe Timothy as well. We know that Timothy still comes around for family events. So Blossom's just gonna get a little bit of aggression out. This would be a lot to process and a lot to kind of hold on to and to hold inside. Blossom just doesn't know exactly what she's going to do tonight when her dad comes around, or who she's thought was her dad this whole time. We'll see how that goes. Mabel is back from football. Where's the rest of our family? Are they not here? I feel like nobody has shown up. Oh, everyone showed up. Okay, nice. Okay, so this is Timothy. This is the man that Blossom has grown up thinking is her father. I kind of don't know if Blossom would withdraw or if she would confront her family. So she's not confronting her parents just yet. She's trying to make this dinner like as unpleasant and chaotic as possible because obviously she's carrying this very heavy revelation. She feels a bit betrayed by her parents. She's not too happy about those things. So she's like, oh, you have no idea what I go through in this family. Timothy's like, I don't understand. You live in a nice house. You had a great summer. We built a tree house together. You made lots of new friends. What do you have to complain about? And she's like, you don't understand. You don't know what I go through. Oh no, did they just get a negative sentiment with each other? Oh no, and she feels very sad. Time to wear black from having a mood swing. Sad because I'm sad. You wouldn't understand. Nobody would understand. That makes sense. Blossom sentiments about Timothy grudging after a fight. Festering grudge, bitter sentiment. Timothy A has a deep-seated grudge against Blossom. It's hard to forget or forgive the past, which may make being around Blossom feel unpleasant for Timothy. Wow. So that didn't really go well. I was trying to be a little bit easier on Timothy than I was on Willow. Timothy, I think he doesn't take, Willow is a little bit more easygoing at the end of the day. And Timothy is not going to accept that behavior. Whereas Willow is kind of like, I don't understand. What's wrong? Oh my goodness. Eating for two from trying for baby. We didn't try for a baby. Pregnancy freak out from discovering pregnancy pregnant. It hits Mabel now how young she still is, how little she wants anything major and life-changing happening at this point in time, how little she feels ready to handle such a thing. Impossible not to freak out. What will her parents say, her friends, the father of the child? So Mabel's girlfriend is actually able to impregnate others. They did fool around in the cuddle carts. We knew there was a possibility of pregnancy. Willow has been a very preoccupied parent with focusing on her degree and her new career. She really, I think, wanted to succeed and do her father proud because he passed away shortly after her divorce. And he did get them this beautiful penthouse, but the bills were quite high. For Willow, she hasn't been as focused on the younger kids. She's kind of left them to their own devices. So she probably was not very conscious that Mabel was, maybe exploring a little bit and had an interest in dating. And I don't think she even knows that Mabel has met anyone at this point. And for Timothy, so she did spend the summer with Timothy, but I think for Timothy, he's not going to be the one to do that stuff. He would find it awkward and embarrassing, talk to a daughter about that stuff. So I think he would assume that Willow would take care of that, especially since they spend most of their time with Willow. He just kind of also left them on their own. She's very close to becoming an adult, probably 17 years old, but 17 is still very young to have a child. Willow's already gone to bed. I think she was just so frustrated with how bad the day went with Blossom acting out, which was really unusual because Blossom is usually the easy child. She was just frustrated and just decided to go to bed. But this is nice. So Rhiannon and the cousins do get along quite well because they're all about the same age. I think Rhiannon was born shortly after Ashton, and the twins were probably born shortly after Rhiannon. They're maybe a year apart. So they are very close. And they all went to prom together and everything. Blossom is in her room crying and Mabel hears her. So I think Mabel would probably go check on her sister and see what was going on. You can share with me whatever's going on. And she's like, whatever problems you think you have, trust me when I say everyone has problems. Because Mabel's carrying the secret of her pregnancy. Maybe Blossom would open up to Mabel a little bit. Because look, they're really, really close. I think they have a jokesters sentiment together. So she's going to tell the dramatic story about the note that she found. She's like, you won't believe what I've learned about Mom and Dad. I've always wondered why I look so different from the rest of you. Just look at this note. Clearly, Mom had an affair and that's why they broke up. And Mabel's like, oh my gosh, no. Are you kidding? That is wild. I can't believe that. But you're my sister. You're always going to be my sister. You're one of my best friends. I'll always love you no matter what. You're part of my family. And she's like, and to prove it to you, I have a secret to tell you. I'm going through a lot too. Oh my gosh, what's Willow doing here? Willow, get out of here. Read the room. Your teenage daughters are having a heart-to-heart. Go to bed. Yeah, so let's see. She will have just shared about the pregnancy, an unwanted child on the way from Other Sims announcement. They got pregnant but didn't want to. Such a difficult situation. It makes Blossom troubled to hear about it. Let's ask her about the pregnancy. Did you ever see yourself having children? She's like, obviously, you're 17 years old and you're just about to graduate high school. It's not ideal timing, but did you ever see yourself with children at all? Mabel goes, nice of you to ask. I'm in my first trimester. I wasn't really wishing for a child right now. Pregnancy has its good days and bad days, but overall, it's a beautiful experience. So it sounds like even though it's bad timing, I think Mabel has pretty mixed feelings. It's not like she Maybe she didn't want to ever have kids, but of course she's just started dating Miley and she has no idea what Miley will think of all of this. And then yeah, she's very, very young. This is a pretty realistic situation a lot of girls find themselves in. It's true, it is. It's really hard to know what the right thing to do is. These like messy situations, you always think, well, I would never find myself in that situation. That's not really how life works. Sometimes you just find yourself in a tough situation like this. And what I am really glad about is that these two seem to be very supportive of each other. And it's really important to have someone you trust that you can share with. Mabel's going to say, you know, I just unloaded a really big deal. And Blossom's quite a bit younger than Mabel. Blossom is probably like 13 or 14 years old. Yeah. And so she's like, look, that's a lot, but you know, you're so young, but you're wise beyond your years. And I really appreciate you supporting me. I will tell mom, but like in my own time, I don't know when that will be. I'm really sorry for dumping this secret on you, but I really appreciate you listening. And then I think these two would hug and become best friends. You know, they're being really supportive of each other and it's really sweet. I think we're going to put them to bed. Oh, they got a few new sentiments together, growing closer from quality time and deeply connected. Aw, that's so sweet. Mabel, for most of her teen years, she felt pretty left out from the family because Ashton was always really close with his mom. And then the twins always had each other. And then Mabel was the youngest. I think she felt like she never really had that closeness that the rest of her siblings shared. And then Blossom was basically a baby for most of her life as a child. Now that Blossom is a bit older, you know, the nature of the relationship is changing. Oh no. Do we have someone stuck under the stairs again? Willow's come to listen to him sing. She's like, why are the stairs singing? That's really weird. We are going to get our first ultrasound. And I think with Mabel, because, you know, this is a tough situation and I think she's not quite too sure exactly what she's going to do yet. I don't think we're going to find out the gender of the baby at this stage. I think it's really sweet that these two became so close after last night's interesting Thanksgiving dinner. Let's check on Blossom's relationship. She's still got a really good relationship with Timothy. What about with her mom? Her relationship with her mom is really good too. Congratulations, you're pregnant. Based on the ultrasound scan, it looks like you're expecting one healthy baby. Everything looks good so far, but we'll continue to monitor your pregnancy and the baby's development to make sure everything stays on track. This is an exciting time and we're here to support you every step of the way. That's nice. It sounds like the doctors, or at least the ultrasound technician, is very kind. We're not going to head home just yet. Let's just go get like some tea or something. All right, let's order some boba. I think Mabel likes the taro milk tea. Blossom would get the mango milk tea. I think Blossom would be like, so what do you think after the ultrasound? And Mabel's kind of like, I don't know, I can't really think about it right now. Mabel, to take her mind off of her problems, maybe she would start asking Blossom questions like, so about Andy, our uncle, who actually is your dad, what do you think? Like, do you want to meet him? Do you want to know more about him? Are you going to tell mom and dad that you know? What are you thinking? And I think for Blossom, like, there's got to be a certain amount of curiosity, right? She has to wonder why Andy wouldn't want to get to know her when he's her biological dad. And it sounds like she's aware from the note. She's aware that he obviously knew about her. She understands that he has a family and everything, but she probably wants to know like why he would leave her, or if he's at all curious about the kind of person she is and stuff. Okay, she's off to Scouts. You know what? We're going to let her go to Scouts and we're going to take Mabel home. She has prom tonight, so I think she's just going to focus on that. Now, I think I already planned a prom look for her, but we'll take a look at it and see if we need to adjust it at all. So Mabel always liked bright colors, which is why I think I did this look for her. Mabel's style is a little bit edgier now. Maybe I should be changing it a little bit. Mabel is in her prom look. I'm gonna have her come over here and check herself out in the mirror. Make sure that she's looking good and she's happy with how she looks. And then let's have Willow come and take some photos of her. that at prom is where we're going to tell Miley about the baby. So we already did ask Miley to prom, so she should be there as our prom date. Everyone is here. Where is Miley? Get over here. The party's already started. So she's dancing with her prom date. Look at how cute that is. They're so sweet together. Miley's got gorgeous hair. Is there a photo booth? Yeah, let's go take some photos. Take a romantic photo with Miley. I think she's the only one so far that's been able to take romantic photos because everyone else that went to prom didn't have a date so far. This is the first time we're actually experiencing prom with a date. And then we're definitely going to grab some food because she's getting pretty hungry. I want to see what these photos will look like. Oh, that's so cute. Can we take another one? Let's also take a mischievous photo. These two only have eyes for each other at prom. They're not interested in anything or anyone else. Let's go grab a bit of food because, of course, as we know, when you're pregnant, you get hungry, I think, quite quickly. Oh, and it's time already. See, prom only lasts like 5 minutes, so it's already time for the award ceremony. Are we going to see here who won? These two are chatting. See, look, they don't even care what's going on. They only have eyes for each other. Darling Walsh and Cassandra Goth. Well, nice. Good for Cassandra. Cassandra actually does seem to be pretty popular at our school, but she got Jester. And then I don't know who this is. I don't think we've ever met her. See if we can squeeze in a dance before this ends. Miley's already dancing, see? You can join her. She's dancing, but she's mad about it. Look at her face. She's too tense to dance. Dancing should help take your mind off things. Just focus on... She's like, I am not having fun. This is horrible. I hate my life. Prom is probably going to clear out, but these two are going to stay behind. We're not going to go to the after party. Everyone else can leave. So let's go ahead and we're going to start by telling her the last few days have been really special. She really means a lot to us. We're really glad to have met her. And then we are going to share the pregnancy news with her. By the way, I do have something that I need to tell you. You might have noticed that I've been kind of having these mood swings on and off tonight, but that is because... yeah, that's why. And I'm not really too sure what to do about it. Miley doesn't look too happy. She looks a little bit upset. Shared dismay from announcing pregnancy. Mabel's partner fully understood how distraught she is around the news of this pregnancy because they feel the exact same way. It helped Mabel to not feel alone in this experience. I think we're going to head home on that note. Probably they both are like, okay, we need to go home and we'll figure this out, but we need to process a little bit. But Mabel has finally shared with Miley that they are pregnant, and Blossom has also found out the truth. So it's been kind of an intense episode. Thanks for sticking around through all of these ups and downs, these big revelations that we had today. Next time, we will celebrate Mabel's birthday. She will be aging up into an adult. And for Blossom, I think Blossom has a lot of questions. She would want to know more about her biological father. She would want to know why he decided not to be a part of her life. Maybe that's something that we can explore a little bit next time. Look at that birth certificate. It probably has Timothy on it as the father, but as we know now, that is a lie. If you're on YouTube, please don't forget to like the video if you're enjoying the series and subscribe, and I will see you next time.